Hi, welcome to the Knits and Things podcast. My name is Heather. I am Heather219 on Ravelry and Instagram, and I am on location. I am in Denver, Colorado this week, and I came here for my part-time gig, my new part-time gig. I came out for a convention. I am now a consultant with Cabby, which is a clothing line. What can I say about that? I have been going to Cabby shows with my sister and my other friend Heather, and having shows myself for a couple of years now. So Cabby is a clothing company, a designer clothing company, and it's basically an in-home sales type thing, kind of like Mary Kay or 31 Bags or any of a number of things like that. But it is all clothing, and I think my sister invited me to one of Heather's, our friend Heather's, shows a couple years ago, and I was just like, oh my gosh. Or maybe it was my sister's show first. I can't remember. I was just blown away. I loved everything. I loved that it was brought to you, and every season I want to buy everything. So I figure I better become a consultant and actually, get in on the good side of this deal. And teachers make no money, so I'm hoping that the Cabby will supplement enough that I can do the things I want to do, like be on my own and pay for everything, like super expensive oboes that my child needs. So I'm just now embarking on this, and I'm very excited. I've just been pumped up at the sales convention, looking at the new fall line and everything. So I'm very, very excited to get started on that. But convention is over, and I took 2 extra days at the end to kind of decompress and take a couple days for myself. I haven't done that in a long time. Matter of fact, when I got on the airport coming into Denver, walking down the gangway, I was like, oh my gosh, I haven't been on a plane by myself in 12 years. And probably longer than that, because before that I was going on like honeymoons and weird stuff like that. So yeah, it was the first time I had been on a plane by myself in a very long time. No, that's a lie. I had to fly to New York City one weekend when I was doing my master's program for a test, but it wasn't like I was going away for an extended period of time. It was just a weekend. My son was with his dad, so that time I was by myself, but every other time I'm with somebody, normally my child. So I just wanted to record a little quick episode just so something would go out this week, because once I get back I'm going to be doing a lot more Cabby stuff. All of the clothes are right now being sent to my house, so they will be there when I get home. And a good friend of mine is going to come over and help me unwrap the boxes, and she loves the clothes as well, so I thought I'd treat her and let her kind of get a sneak peek at them and help me kind of unwrap everything and put it on hangers and hang it all up, and it's going to be exciting. So during the conference time, I figured during the conference I would be at the conference and I would do the stuff I needed to, and then I would come back to the hotel and I'd get a little bit of time to sit and knit and chat with the other girls that I was staying with. No, I didn't knit at all from the time I got off the plane until I got off the plane Wednesday evening, so until Saturday evening. It took until Saturday evening for me to be able to knit anything, because it was just go, 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 and I was in a class, and I was kind of not taking notes, yes, but looking at things, examining things, there was a lot going on. So I'm just now getting to knit, and yesterday, after we did some sightseeing, I came here and checked in, and I have been knitting and reading and just kind of chilling and relaxing. So I wanted to show you what I've been working on and the things that I brought with me. So I don't have everything that I'm working on current, all my works in progress with me, but I have the things that I brought to work on. And for the most part, I have gotten a chance to work on most of them between today and the plane and things like that. So the first is my Viajante. And I know that, who was I listening to? I was listening to... listening to a podcast, and they mentioned that they heard Martina Bain, which that's not even how you say her name. But she pronounced not only her name, but she pronounced the name of this pattern, and I couldn't tell you. I can't remember anymore. It's Viajante in my mind, or Viajante, like I looked up on the pronunciation guide online. And it's in my head that way, so it's just going to stay that way. So I am now pretty far along. And this is pretty much how long it's going to be. I think when it gets blocked out, from what I've seen, especially with the lace weight blocks out very much bigger than this. But I think it's pretty big anyway. So here's the garter stitch tab, and it's all this length. And then I have 2 rows. I actually started the lace last night because I went into the second ball. Look at that. So I attached the second ball, and then I did maybe 2 more rows of the stockinette pattern. And now I have started the mesh lace. So this, I'm hoping, will be done for Stash Dash before I go back to school. And that'll be at 1,800 yards. And that'll be great. Actually, no, it won't be 1,800 yards if I'm stopping a little bit early, because I've only gone through half of my yarn, not 40% of my yarn. And I apologize, I don't know if you guys can hear, I'm very out of breath. The altitude here has really gotten to me. We did some walking around yesterday, and I felt like I was going to die, and we were just walking. Now, it also is very hot here. I brought, apparently, the heat with me. On the East Coast where I live, there's a polar vortex, and it's like 70, 80 degrees. And here in Colorado, where it's normally 70 or 80 degrees, it's 98. Now, there is no humidity, but it's 98. So I had a project in this bag. When I went looking for my Rologs to bring with me, I discovered my sock head hat that I forgot I had. So my sock head hat is actually just in my Namaste bag that has been like a lifesaver. So this is my Monroe bag. Yes, this is the Monroe bag that has the 3 sections. Let me see if I can tip it up. And it's been a lifesaver. So zippered section, magnetic close section, center zippered section. It's been a lifesaver. I have everything in here. I've been using it as like my briefcase going back and forth to the classes and conferences. It's been wonderful. And it's all I've been carrying around, although right now I do have like a little sightseer coach bag that I have been carrying the last 2 days. So I discovered my sockhead hat, which I was still doing ribbing on, and I worked on that a lot on the plane. This is being done, again, creatively dyed yarn. I don't remember the name of the colorway. I want to say Calypso is the colorway, which is kind of a moot point because she's no longer in business, from what I understand. But this yarn, I love this yarn. Oh my gosh, it makes me so happy. And I know there's a lot of sunlight in this sunroom, haha. So I hope the colors aren't washing out. And I know behind me is very bright, so I hope there's not like a big glare. But this was the best I could do. It was the only place I could get my iPad to stand up where you guys could see me. So, stockinette. I'm into the stockinette section. The ribbing I did for almost exactly 4 inches. I might be a row or 2 short, but I was done doing ribbing. So, lovely, lovely, lovely. I love this yarn. And I don't know if you can see it every once in a while. So it's reds and yellows and golds and creams. But every once in a while, there's like a blue. Can you see like that blue stitch? Or the little blue flecks on the stitches? Oh, gorgeous. And there's a little bit of green right there. Oh, so pretty. I love this yarn. So this has kind of been in my purse. It's what I worked on the plane so that I didn't have to disturb anybody and bring the whole big Viajante out. So that is another project that I brought to work on. The last one, did I not bring it in here? It's on the bed. Hold on. Okay. The last thing I brought to work on is my nephew's cardigan, and I did work on this the first day that I got here because I was by myself in my hotel room on the first day. I didn't bring the right needles to continue working on this, so when I get home, I'm going to have to go like fire on this because this is my Camp Loopy project too. So I finished the front and the back. I could probably actually pick up the hood and work on doing the hood while I'm here, but I finished the back the first day I got here. So this is what I have so far. I have a front and a back with a sailor collar, which is how the pattern is written. This is Gaspard Legrand. I don't remember the designer's name. I never write that stuff down. I need to start taking show notes, right? Gaspard Legrand, being knit in Cascade Ultra Pima. Yes, Cascade Ultra Pima in the deep sea foam colorway. And I'm having to make some adjustments. So I started knitting this on size 5s, which was the recommended size for the pattern. It also got me the recommended gauge on the pattern. But get this, as I started knitting, it was turning out way too big. So I'm knitting the 4T size, which my nephew is a pretty big kid. He's 17 months old. So he's right around the time that most kids would probably be wearing a 2T, because the baby sizes are always skewed. So I figured if I knit the 4T, it'll be big on him this year, but it would fit very nicely for next fall and hopefully the next spring as well. So I started knitting it up, and it was turning out because you knit a front and then you knit a back. The front was turning out to be big enough to go halfway around me. So it would be a front for an adult, and a pretty big adult at that. And so I ripped it out, and I went down 2 needle sizes. And I got an acceptable fabric. It's not too dense. It's not, bulletproof. It still has some drape and some move to it. But I'm using a lot less yarn because I'm knitting at a much tighter gauge. So I'm doing some creative things to make sure I get to I believe it is 600 yards that you have to do, because this is Camp Loopy Project 2. So my ideas are, first of all, if you can see, on the front I have the garter ridge start, and on the back I have the garter ridge finish, but I knit the back a little bit longer, and that used up a couple extra yards. I'm also going to turn the sailor collar into a hood instead, so I'm going to probably take out the cast off, pick everything back up, and just keep knitting and make it into a hood. I need to look back at project notes and look at, can you hear that? There's also, I think there's a bus stop outside. Either that, it might just be that there is a light outside, but there's lots of loud trucks. So I need to look back and see exactly how the hood is going to go. But the next parts that I need to do are a sleeve and picking up, because on the front there's going to be a cute little kangaroo pocket that gets picked up and knit, and it's wider here and it comes up so you have like little hand places for your hands. It's going to be so cute. But the needle that I have with me, let me show you what I'm knitting on. This is the needle I have with me. So not the greatest for knitting a huge big hood or teeny little sleeves. Even I was a little nervous about picking up for the pocket, the kangaroo pocket, looking at the directions. So I stuck to Viajante and the sockhead hat on the plane. So those are the knitting projects that I brought with me. Gaspard Legrand, sockhead hat, and Viajante. So those are my knitting projects. I also brought spinning with me because it is Tour de Fleece time. But I did want to show you what I've been doing for my spinning project. So I have in here, and they're very smushed. They're very smushed. I have a little Turkish spindle in here, and some homemade Rolags, but my Turkish spindle keeps coming undone. So let me find there it is. And I put this back in here once already, so hopefully it will go again. I don't know if the little turtle is going to hold up. Maybe. Alright, so teeny tiny Turkish and some homemade Rolags that I made. This is also creatively dyed fiber, and I have a ton of little Rolags in there. This fiber is very slippery because it's like sea cell and merino, and it's very, very slick and very, very slippery. And I think I had started spinning a little bit of it, and it was I had to grip so much that my hands were really, really hurting. My hands hurt a little bit more anyway when I spin. My hand hurts a little bit more when I spin anyway, rather than when I knit. But I thought that when the idea of little, not Rolags, Poonies when the idea of Poonies came by and you had all that beautiful fabric kind of condensed down into a little teeny tiny roll-log, I thought, oh, that's a good thing to do with that other fiber. So I made a bunch of these up, and this is not even half of the fiber yet. This is maybe an eighth of the fiber. So I think I can really get a lot, I think I can get a really good spin out of this fiber if I do it this way. So I made a couple Poonies up, and I've already done a lot because I have one little turtle already. There's a little turtle. And that's all in here together. And I think I'm doing a pretty good thin spin for lace waves. Let me see if I can get, let's get the yarn out that is fingering weight, that we know is fingering weight, and compare it to my singles here. I'm sorry, am I way too close? Too bad. But yeah, so this is fingering, and look how thin that is. So I really like these teeny tiny little Turkish spindles for helping you to spin very nice and thin. So that's my spinning project. And so maybe I will spin on that a little bit while I'm waiting for my girlfriend to call me about going to the zoo. So we're going to do a little more sightseeing so I can see a little bit more of Denver while I'm here. Yesterday we walked, went to a different friend's bed and breakfast and walked through a beautiful old neighborhood. To the Botanic Gardens. Oh my gosh. It was beautiful. And we saw there's this exhibit, the Chuli? Let me see. The Chuli exhibit. So if you're going to be in Denver, or if you're looking for a place to go and just need a vacation, Denver is the friendliest city ever. And this is gorgeous, so come to Denver. Beautiful, beautiful glass sculptures. I'll try and include a couple pictures online. There's one that's all dressed up with lights, so it's good to go maybe like when it's going to be turning dark so that you can see. Although I've heard that a lot of times when in the evening it's been reserved for banquets and wedding receptions and parties and concerts and things like that. So you might not be able to see it in the dark, but definitely go during the day because it's gorgeous. And this is a very close-up picture of a humongous tree that looks like fire, which I already posted that on Instagram. So if you follow me on Instagram, you probably saw it. If not, go look because it's really, really cool. And I will try and post a couple more pictures as well. So Botanical Gardens yesterday. I went to a wonderful local pub yesterday. And then I'm going to the zoo. So I've been just kind of tooling around here, trying to be a tourist and get some things done and kind of check the city out. So I think that's going to be all for now. So I hope your knitting is making you happy. I hope you're getting a chance to knit, unlike me. And until next time, bye. Okay, so I'm going to show you around my cute little bed and breakfast room. This is where I'm filming today. So I'm standing at the front door, and when you come in to the left, there's a cute little bathroom with an actual tub, not a walk-in shower like you find in a regular bathroom, which I appreciate because I like regular tubs. Then you come, so this is like a little entryway, and then you go into the bedroom where the bed is not made because I'm on vacation and I don't make my bed. So I'm waiting for somebody to come do that for me. My messy luggage there. And the cute little room. So it's got a cute little chair and a table with a nice bottle of wine. I brought the wine, Dave wasn't here. A fireplace and a TV. There's a blasting window air conditioner in the window just behind the TV. You can't see it, but you can probably hear it because it's very loud. And all the old style radiators. There's one there, there's one in the hallway, there's one in the bathroom. They're everywhere. Very cute. And then I have a little sitting room. This is where I'm going to tape today. And coming back around, so behind the bed is one of those open closets. I'm assuming that it used to have space for one of the trundle beds that would fold down. This is an old Victorian house, and it's very cute. And then there is a closet, and hopefully I'm not shaking everything too much. I don't want to make anybody sick. Cute little closet all painted pink inside. Very cute. And then, so if you look back, oh, and that mirror is awesome. But if you look back, the direction, sorry, you have to slam the closet door, it doesn't close all the way. If you look back, I also have a little kitchen, which I don't know, I'm always weird about using kitchens in places like this, but I did make coffee last night. And I did buy some chocolate last night and water and the banana that I haven't eaten yet. But there's a refrigerator and a cute little coffee maker and a cute little, you know, makeshift kitchenette and a stove. I want to show you the stove because it's a gas stove, which I will not use because I'm scared of gas stoves. But I swear to goodness, this is the exact size stove that my grandmother used to have in her house, and she made the most fabulous meals on it. But again, I don't like gas, so I won't be turning it on. So, not that I don't like it, I'm kind of afraid of it. So this is my cute little home away from home. So conference is over. This is me for 2 days. I'm just kind of relaxing and decompressing and knitting and reading for a couple days. I'm actually getting ready to go to the zoo and meet with a friend, and then go to the zoo with her family. But I'm going to try and record in here. I'm going to prop the camera here and then probably try and pull that chair out. And there's a cute little lamp. And this is a very comfortable Victorian couch. Again, my grandmother had one just like this. So, and it's a cute little, you know, bump out room. And in here you can definitely hear, can you? I'm assuming you can. You can definitely hear the traffic noise. Let me try and turn you guys around. Oh, I can't do that. But you can definitely hear the traffic noise because it's, if you can see out the window, you can definitely hear the traffic noise. It's right on a main street. So, and that was one of the things, I thoroughly researched this place before I booked it. And that was one of the things that was mentioned on the review, but it's also very central to a lot of things that I could do walking, and I did not want to rent a car. So for me, it's perfect. It was kind of loud last night. So tonight I'll have an extra glass of wine. So, and I'm going to turn this off now and stop and record an episode.